let's talk about 8051 timers. We have two timers in 8051, that is timer 0 and timer 1, where timer 0 can operate in 4 modes, that is mode 0, mode 1, mode 2 and mode 3, and timer 1 operates in 3 modes, that is mode 0, mode 1 and mode 2. This is the hardware circuit which is present inside the controller. Already we have seen in the previous session. And coming to the mode 0. Mode 0 is called as 13-bit timer mode. We already said that why it is called as 13-bit timer mode means we are using 13 bits in timer register. That is, it might be a timer 0 or timer 1. Here X can be for timer 0 or it can be for timer 1. Here the lower byte of timer register will be using only 4 bits and the higher byte of timer register will be using 8 bits. So a completion of 5 plus 8 is 13 bits. So here we are using complete 13 bits. That is why it is called as 13-bit timer mode. And in the 13-bit timer mode, the minimum count value will be 13 zeros and the maximum count value will be 13 ones. The 13 ones in hexadecimal notation we represent it as 1FFH. Like as soon as whenever the particular timer gets an overflow condition, then this TF will become 1, which generates an interrupt. As it works in both timer 0 as well as timer 1, here we can see for timer 0 and even for the timer 1. Coming to the mode 1. Mode 1 is called as a 16-bit timer mode. Why it is called a 16-bit timer mode is we are using all the 16 bits of timer register. It might be timer 0 or it might be timer 1. Lower byte of timer register will be using 8 bits and the higher byte of timer register will be using 8 bits. So a completion of 8 plus 8 is 16 bits. Here we are using complete 16 bits. That is why it is called as 16-bit timer mode. And the minimum count value for this mode 1 is 16 zeros. And the maximum count value for this particular mode 1 is 16 ones. 16 ones we represent in hexadecimal notation as FFFFH. And in this also, as soon as whenever the particular timer register gets an overflow condition, then this TF will become 1, which generates an interrupt. So this particular mode 1 can operate in two timers, that is timer 0 as well as timer 1. Coming to the mode 2. Mode 2 is called as an auto reload mode. Why it is called as an auto reload mode? Because we are using 8 bits of TLX register. We are using 8 bits of TLX register. So we have to initialize this TL register with some value, and automatically the TH register should initialize with an auto reload value. So assuming that the TL register is started with 0, for every clock pulse the timer register is receiving and it gets incremented by 1 till it reaches the maximum value. After reaching the maximum value FFH, now if it is getting one more clock pulse means is received by this for this TLX register means, then the TLX register gets reloaded with the value which is present in the THX register. That is why it is called as auto reload mode. So for every rollback condition or for every overflow condition, this TF will become 1, which generates an interrupt. That is why it is called as an auto reload mode. Why? Because after FF, this TLX register gets loaded with the value. Which is present in the THX register. Now if you see here, even this particular mode 2 can be used in timer 0 and even it can be used in timer 1. But mode 2 is basically used in serial communications for generating the baud rates. Coming to mode 3. Mode 3 is called as split timer mode here. Why? Because timer 0 will be divided into two timers. One is TL0 and the other one is TH0. TL0 will be acting as timer 0. TH0 is acting as a timer 1. And we have original timer 1 which is of 16-bit register. So in this mode we will be using 3 timers. Total 3 timers, that is TL0, TH0 and timer 1. All the control bits which are related to timer 0 are used by TL0. All the control bits which are related to timer 1 are used by TH0, and we have original timer 1 which doesn't have any control bits. If TL0 exceeds its maximum value, like here TL0 maximum value is FFH, whenever it exceeds its maximum value, that is from FF to 00, then this TF0 will become 1, indicating that an overflow is occurred with respect to timer 0. So the timer 0 is nothing but TL0. Timer 0 is nothing but TL0 here. Similarly, if TH0 exceeds its maximum value, that is from FF to 00, then this TH0 will become 1, indicating that an overflow is occurred with respect to timer 1. So timer 1 is nothing but here TH0. So TF1 will become 1 because of TH0 and there are no control bits that are used for timer 1, and there is no TR bit for timer 1, and there is no TF bit for the original timer 1. And this mode is basically used when we want 3 timers. For example, if I want one timer for generating the delay, and if I want one timer for generating the events, and if I want one timer for generating the baud rate, then at that time we have to use mode 3, which is also called as split timer mode. And this mode 3 is used only in timer 0, and we don't use this mode 3 in timer 1. So we have only, here we are talking only about timer 0. Thank you.